accepting the choice. Our journey is our voice.
My name is Cko Kim, and I was born in Russia, and I came here when I was 8 years old, and so from that time until now it's been 11 years, and I graduated from Lane Tech High School, and I'm currently at DePaul University, going to be a future sophomore. And yeah, my parents came here, like many other immigrants, for a better life, and yeah, this is where I am right now. Well, during my sophomore year of high school at Lane Tech, I was in need of service learning hours, and my good friend and then FSHY member, which is an organization I'll tell you later about, but he told me about KRCC, which is the Korean American Resource and Cultural Center, and he told me that they can provide me with service learning hours if I do some community work. And so I came in, and I had no idea what it was all about. I sat in on one of their meetings, and from that point on I was hooked. Later on, after the meeting, I talked to one of the mentors there, and she told me what the work they do is all about, and I was instantly hooked because I felt really close to the cause and the people there. Being a youth myself, I'm 19 years old, and one of the big issues that me and my peers in the community face is people that are undocumented, don't have proper documentation, and cannot attend college because they cannot receive financial aid. And one of the big things that could aid them is the DREAM Act, which is what we've been working on for the past couple of years. It's a piece of legislation that would allow them to ultimately receive citizenship status and attend college and receive funds and things of that sort. So that has been our main goal for the last couple of years. A lot of people think that only Mexicans or Latinos are affected by the immigration issue, but it's not true, because a lot of students that are undocumented, especially like within the Chicago area, they're also affected with this problem, and their voice is not heard as much as the Latinos. And this is why, this is what KRCC is all about, speaking out for those that don't have a voice, and kind of, I like to think of them as a minority within the minority. The organization under KRCC, which is a youth-led council, it's called FSHY, FYSH, Fighting Youth Shouting Out for Humanity, and we're a group of local high school youth, high school and now college, that kind of aim to empower the community. We do so through education, advocacy, and just a lot of organizing work. We do legislative visits, protests, rallies, events, and fundraisers to not only get the word across about our current issue, which is the DREAM Act, and the ultimate issue above that is CIR, the Comprehensive Immigration Reform, and that's our ultimate goal, of course. But right now we're focusing on the students and the youth because we are, if not directly, indirectly affected by it. But yes, we do all these things throughout the year, and we campaign and kind of just get our, not only our voice, but our community's voice out there. And yep, that's our ultimate goal, is to get the Comprehensive Immigration Reform passed. What motivates personally me, and I guess and my peers as young people, to work on these issues is a lot of us are first generation, and we kind of see the struggles that our parents went through and all the work that they've done to help us get a better chance here in the States. Then we realize this is our chance, our opportunity at a young age, especially if we're educated about the issue. And this is what FSHY and KRCC does. Throughout the time that we're here, once we learn about the issue, we feel deeply connected with it, because we realize it's our future, and if we're not going to speak for it now, then who is? Yeah, we just become really close to the cause. One of our biggest organizing accomplishments as FSHY and KRCC, it was actually an event that recently happened called Coffee House. Coffee House is a fundraiser that we hold every year. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and we donate all the money to the DREAM Scholarship, which is a scholarship that we also founded to help Asian American low-income youth as a side kind of project. And this year we raised about $2,600, and we had about 350 people in attendance versus $800 and 200 people last year, because this year we got a bigger venue and we had a lot more people attend and a lot more people work on the event. Last year FSHY was about maybe 12 members strong. This year we're at 20. So everything is bigger, greater, and hopefully it'll keep growing. I believe the qualities of a good leader, most importantly, would be passion. If a person is passionate about something, they're willing to fight for the cause or whatever they believe in, no matter what. And this is what I've learned. I think passion is something within you, but it could also be acquired, because that's how I came to KRCC and FSHY. Because originally, I mean, in the back of my head, I always thought about the immigration issue and things like that, because I knew I wasn't born here. But then when I learned more about it, that's when I really acquired the passion and had a grasp on it and kind of went forward with it. So I think once you have that, you could do a lot with it, and as long as you have the resources and people who are willing to be by your side and kind of share the same passion. In order for the community to know that they have power, there are 3 steps. The first one will be education, then empowerment, and finally action. Education is what kind of what KRCC provides for the youth. A lot of them don't know the power that they have, but then once they know about it, they'll feel empowered, and then together they could take action. A simple right and kind of like really strong power that people have is voting, and a lot of people don't know about it, and they think one vote's not going to make a difference. But then all the people that think that, all of that power is kind of going to waste. So I think if people are educated about the rights they have, they'll be very powerful, because they have to keep in mind that all the elected officials out there, they're not representing themselves, they're representing the people, and we give them the power. So education is the first step to doing so, to electing people. The vision that we're all fighting for in FSHY and KRCC ultimately is to pass a comprehensive immigration reform, so that all of the immigrants can finally feel at home in the States. And as for KRCC, I really want to see it grow every year beyond this point and have more attendance, more youth participants, so they can know at a young age the power that they have. And personally, I want to help affect as many young people as I can, and not only young people, but everybody in our community, and hopefully spread to the greater Chicago area, so we could be more unified and ultimately be like a more unified America. Immigration is very important to me, although I am fortunate enough to have the rights and things like that and attend college. It's very close to me because I'm first generation, and a lot of the people that suffer from this are first generation. And not only that, but I still feel like having the opportunity, that everybody should have the opportunity here, especially as repetitive as it sounds, in the land of opportunity. People should have the rights, and especially when it comes to education, because I believe education is a human right, and it's not, if a student really wants to learn, they should be able to learn, and nobody should be able to like take that away from them, or they should have roadblocks in achieving that. But yeah, this is why I'm really close to the cause. The ultimate advice I would give to potential leaders in the next generation would be kind of like what I said about passion. Is once you find something you're passionate about, there's so many things you can do, and honestly, like, as cliche as it sounds, sky's the limit. Because without passion, then it's called just work. When it's passion, it's kind of like a lifestyle. It becomes something different. For the younger generation, the 10, 12-year-olds, I feel as if we can get as many of them as we can in the community centers and places where they can get educated on issues, even at a young age. Then later on, when they are ready to attend college or even high school, they'll start feeling empowered and start acting at a very young age, and it could spread even faster. So I think the younger people, if we could target them early, then it will help spread across the whole generation. Because a lot of them, like if you say like, what are you doing after school? They're probably gonna go home, play video games, or hang out with their friends. And you ask a youth, what are you doing? And they say they're gonna go to a community center and volunteer. It's not, you don't hear that every day. So I think it would be great if that becomes a norm in our society, and it'll just benefit society as a whole, eventually on a greater scale.